Good morning, guys, gals. Let's see what's going on here in this bucket. You know, as you remember, we did this oil stuff last trip, and let's see what we got here. We made it up. We made it up with varroa mite towels with this stuff right here. We put in 2 ounces of this to 6 ounces of canola oil, and here's our towel. There it is. Look at that thing. Wow, guys, it is strong. And look at there, it's sopped up all. There's just a very slight right over there bit of I don't have much oil on my fingers. We can see a little bit there. Yeah, I think this is going to be a perfect recipe. 2 ounces of oregano oil and 6 ounces of canola oil. Mix it up. I put my towel in there. I let it soak for about 2 minutes. I flipped it over, and I put this fillet knife under here so I could tilt the bucket. And I left it 24 hours, and this is what we've got right now. So we're going to experiment with this. I don't know. I don't suggest you run out there and get all this stuff, because this is pricey. This is like $32. So you got what, 64 in 2 of these. But I'm sure we can get this cheaper online if I really start digging on this stuff here. But if this works, this would be so cool, because we can do a holistic approach to varroa mite control. Keep this lid tight on here. Keep this lid snapped down tight. Make sure you have a gasket in it. Make sure you are food grade bucket. This bucket I got at Lowe's, and it's food grade, as you can see. The lid is also food grade. So keep your goodies in food grade. Let's go out here and do battle. You can see I'm in a full suit here, and it's hot. I want to get this job knocked out because it's hot. It's 110 right now, heat index. So it's the only project I'm doing today. I've got a nasty Nancy hive out here. It's full of, I don't know, could be Antifa bees. Anyway, I'm not going to tolerate Antifa bees in my bee yard, all right? And you shouldn't either, depending on what you do. I mean, if you live in Arizona out in the desert or something, that's probably all the bees you got to work with, are those nasty ones. So whatever, do the best you can. But with me, I'm selling bees to hobbyists. I can't do this. I can't have mean bees, you know, because they'll end up looking like this right here. You see this? You see the face on that thing, guys? Yeah. That's one of the nasty Nancy's I found in one of my haunts. So I've got to get them out. I've got to get them out. What we'll do is stack. It's got 2 deeps, 5-frame deeps, 2 5-frame deeps, double stacked, and then there's a 5-frame medium on top of that. And last time I was in there were resources top to bottom. I'm going to start tearing the hive apart at the top and work my way down all the way to the bottom, looking for that queen. Don't want to spend a ton of time for the simple fact I'm already sweating. I'm already sweating like a butcher, all right? So we'll go down through there and quickly look for a queen. If we find her, yeah, I'll pinch her and I'll just drop her in. Just drop her in. They'll realize, hey, the wicked witch is dead. We got to make a new one. So we'll reassemble the hive. I may get out here and they may be fine. And if they are fine, I'm not gonna go hunt and seek and kill mesh in here. But if they're nasty the way they were the other day, and today it's bright and sunny, granted they're under a little shade, but still they should be fine. I've got a lot of bees out here, they're in shade, and they don't eat me up like this, okay? So we're not gonna tolerate the eat up program. We're gonna just we don't want any far left bees, okay? No far left bees. We want all right wing bees. We want the zoomers. We want the zoomer bees, not the groomer bees. You guys know how I roll, okay? You know how I roll. And we're not doing left wing stuff, okay? At this base camp, all right? So let's get suited up, get out here, and let's see how nasty these little nasty Nancy's are. Alrighty, guys, I wanted to show you a little quickie tip trick, Steve. A quickie tip trick. I get the 7 mil gloves from Harbor Freight, right here. I get these Harbor Freight, and one layer of these, they will sting right through them. 2 layers, I don't know. I have not used 2 layers before, but that's what I've got on now. So in this heat and humidity, getting into these gloves, it's a pain. It's sticking. Your hands are a little sweaty. They stick and all. Here's the solution right here. You can use baby powder, whatever, but this Gold Bond body powder. Ooh, triple action, baby. Triple action. Yeah, put some of that. Put some of this on your hands, and your hands will slip right into these gloves, slip right in. And once I got my first layer on, I powdered up the second layer and went in, and they slide right on over. So that's a little quick tippy trick there for gloves, getting gloves on. It's a problem. What you can do too, if you rip these gloves, you're out in the field, you rip them on a nail or whatever, and you want to change them out, and you feel in this heat right now, you feel your hands just swimming in water, which they will in no time in these things, because they don't breathe, right? Come in here, grab you some paper towels, and dry your hands real well. Mop on another coat of powder, and slip your hands into a fresh set of gloves. And then, get her done. Alright guys, here's our hive here. It's quite active. Quite active here, so let's go into it and see how ugly things are. Wow guys, you need some honey? I'll tell you what, I got some guys that needing honey, and by golly, we're gonna harvest some of this. Guys, I've got a solid medium slap full. They're already getting vicious here, guys. Oh, I got to get another box, guys, because I'm going to harvest this honey up top here. I'm stealing it. Okay, guys, she's laying back everything here. Lots of honey. Still a very vicious colony. We're not dealing with it. We're going to find her and kill her. Lots of food. Lots of food. This girl is a producer. These guys are producing. If I was just a honey producer, I would not kill this hive, because I don't mind getting in a full suit, okay? Solid, solid honey. Both sides, solid. This thing is cranking, man, I'm telling you. Cranking like crazy. Push these bees down. Then we're going in here and find out if we can find her. If we can't find her, we're going to use this as a funnel, putting this back on, and all these bees are going to get swept down into here. Tons of pollen, tons of resources. No luck yet, guys. I'll keep hunting. While we're fooling around with these vicious bees, let's go ahead and do an alcohol wash on and test these and see how they're doing. That should be enough for our sample right there. Okay guys, this would be a good test for our towels. I'm seeing about 20. At least 20. I'm seeing at least 20 mites in this test. So that's all I need to see. This is a heavily saturated hive. They're keeping it clean. I did see what was a giveaway for me when I popped the top here was the fact that I had about 5 beetles running around in here. Whenever you guys pop the lid and you start seeing beetles running around, good chances are you got some varroa running around in there too. So I have not found her yet. I've got 2 more frames to check. You can see they're trying to eat my camera alive. So yeah, we have to terminate these girls. Okay guys, do I have some chaos going on here or what? Yeah. Alright. I have not found her, so what I'm going to do is shake off these here. I'm going to load this bottom with empty frames. They're going to put on my shaker box right there. and we'll see how that goes. Okay guys, we got it rocking and rolling here. Obviously the object here is get all the bees up here on this box, right? And then get a few fill up the bottom with shook frames, with your shook off frames, and put them downstairs. And then dump all these bees in here and force them through this grid with smoke. So it'll take me a little bit here. Let's see if we can't find the wicked witch of the West. Okay guys, my mission is failing so far. Dang it. Oh well, it happens. I've been all through this thing looking. I cannot find her. She may have slipped by me when I was transferring, but everything here got shook into this box. Unless I'm going blind this morning, guys, which is possible. Could be getting like Joe, losing my eyesight, you know. What do you think, guys? Am I losing my eyesight? Disappointing, but it is what it is. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do, guys. I've got this material here. See, I've got all this material here. And these guys here coming around going, oh, what do we got here? Food. I'm gonna take and bounce this box out, put an excluder down, put everything back on top. I'll show you that mess here in a minute. Okay, you think, guys, I got them cranked up a little bit? These gloves are working out fantastic, guys. 2 7mm gloves, one on top of the other. They're not getting to my hide at all. So there's a Steve-O tip trick for you. Use that bond, or gold bond powder. Powder your hands first, and then slip the first glove on, powder the second glove, slip it on. It works great. They want to tear my face off right now. I don't understand why. I'm a nice guy, you know, and I do have feelings for them, you know. So I don't know why these nasty Nancy's have got to be so nasty. The old Steve-O, but it is what it is, guys, you know. I just live with it. God, them things are full of honey. This hive, guys, is incredible honey maker. Absolutely incredible honey maker. So we got a little brooding eggs up top and down below. I'm gonna let this hive settle. I'm gonna let this hive settle for 5 days. Yeah, we're gonna let this hive settle for 5 days, and I'll come back in here and you know what I forgot to do, guys? Put my towels on here. Dang it. I think I'm gonna peel this back apart and put our oregano towels back on here on the bottom and top. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, I got a half a sheet down here, and the entrance is over here. So I put it on the top and the back above these frames and below that excluder, and then I put on one here. I put a half a sheet there. That should run them beetles out of there too. They're not going to like the smell of that stuff at all. No, they're not. All right. Okay, we've churned up the girls a little bit here. We've discovered we have a super bad queen. Excellent producing queen. I mean, brood, bees, pollen. That thing is loaded with resources. We've stolen a whole box of honey off of this thing, which I'm going to go in and we'll do a scrape and drain on it. And yeah, we'll do a scrape and drain on that. And we'll harvest some honey along with this program. So let's not come back for 5 days. If I've killed her, they possibly killed her with all this corruption and this left-wing corruption. But I doubt it. She's swimming around in there somewhere. I just missed her. But this way, with at least with the excluder, there's some brood up here and resources. They're going to equalize here in a day or two. Actually, about 24 hours. 10 minutes, they're going to be equalized. Then 5 days we'll come in and see if we've got queen cells top or bottom. And I'm going to hunt like crazy for that queen downstairs. I'm sure that's where she is at this point in time. If she's still alive, I'm sure she is. Alright guys, I will catch you later. Maybe on the same video on the end, I'll show you how I do the scrape and drain thing. So you, a hobbyist, can easily harvest some honey without a big rigmarole deal to deal with. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay guys, I got my box of honey here. Whole box, slap full, sealed, honey, medium. Pretty heavy. I don't know what that thing weighs, but we got a lot of honey in that thing. I gotta fix up my scraper here. I gotta put a keen edge on this bamboo spatula. This is the same spatula I use on my scraping off, cleaning up frames on die out. It don't take much. It don't take much to put a nice fine keen edge on that thing. Now you won't hurt that plasticell. I can scrape right along. We'll show you on that here in a second. Alrighty guys, in the barn here, and fixing to extract some honey. Everybody tries to make a big deal out of extracting honey. This is my little simple quick trick on it. Very simple. You could be up to 30 hives and do it what I'm doing right now, okay? With what I'm doing, you could do 30 hives easily. You get up to 100 hives, then you're gonna need to be thinking about, depending on where you want to go with this thing, sky's the limit. The size of extractors, they're very expensive stuff. It really gets into your pocketbook unless you're a Joe or Hunter. You've got a lot of free spending money. It's pricey. Okay, so here's a simple Steve-O solution. Go to, this happens to be Tractor Supply, and get them at Lowe's. They're food grade bucket. This is just a plain bucket. I've just washed it up, cleaned it all up. All right, you take another bucket like this, and you see what I've done here. I put this bucket down. You don't have to be in here very far, like so. You see where those screws hit, so you could bring honey all the way up. Actually, you could bring honey all the way up to here, almost to the bottom of this bucket, because right now you can see here all these holes I put in this bucket. I melted those in with a little wood burner with a little just a taper tip on it. I went kind of crazy. You can just get all kind of crazy with it. Put a little design in there. More holes the merrier, right? So you put this thing in here. Now you go to Lowe's and get you a 5-gallon paint strainer bag, and I wash this up too in Dawn detergent, and then I just take paper towels to dry it, and I wad it up in there. So let's get this in the hole so you can see how it goes. So I drop this on in. Okay, there's that. And what I can do is get over here in a nice comfy chair like this. Now you got these screws with these points sticking out here. Not too big a deal. You can bring that down. Actually, what you can do is bring this down and hook this over these nail heads here to kind of screw heads to kind of hold this in position like so. Yeah, we don't need to make honey extraction any, you know, a big problem. Okay, there we go. That's that. Now what we can do is get over here like so. Well, there's a lot of honey in this thing. It's heavy, guys. It is heavy duty. And all I'm gonna do is take each frame one at a time. I'm gonna put my little crossbar in here. This was very simple to do. All it is a top bar, and I add a couple pieces of wood on here so it sits here, right? So now you can stab your frame on here and scrape and run it right on in. Maybe I can set up a tripod here so you can see what I'm doing. Maybe you can see what I'm doing here. When you're all done with this operation, when you're all done scraping these, have a bucket sit right here. These are going to be dripping wet, these frames. Drop them in a bucket so you're not dripping honey all over the place here. Get you another 5-gallon bucket and drop it in that. Then you're going to run it. You're not going to lose a drop of honey in this system I'm fixing to show you here. Not a drop. Okay? You're going to drop these wet frames in a bucket and take them out and let the bees clean them. They'll have them cleaned like that. Okay? This is going to drip in here for 24 hours through this paint liner bag. Okay? All of these cappings. All the honey's going to be nice, clean honey is going to be in the bottom can. Okay? What you can do then is get you a drink pitcher. Those tall ones you mix juice and stuff in. Get one of them with a handle on it. And pick this bucket up and pour it into that. Then use that to pour into your jars. Very simple system. When you're done with this scraping today, take this out, drop this lid on. Alright, in case you got bees coming in here. Whatever, keep this on here. Now it's all sealed up, no critters are getting in this. Nice setup. You're gonna let it drain for 24, you're gonna come back, take this off, take this bag off, take it out to the bees. They're gonna clean it up, spotless. Open this thing up. Let them get in here. I just take the whole thing, this whole top section off, and I'm gonna leave this screen right on here. They're gonna clean everything up. They're gonna clean the top, bottom, everything. I can take this handle that's on here, maybe take that out and have it up and hanging off a tree limb. They'll completely clean this wax up too. The wax that's in here, I can put right in my wax melter here. It'll be ready to go. That'll be perfect, nice, clean wax, no honey in it. You could go ahead and rinse if you wanted to. If it's a little sticky, rinse it with water, spray it down with water, let it hang, let it air dry. Now you've got dry cappings that you can put in your crock pot for later on cleaning things up. All right, so let me get to scraping here. It's a slippery mess, guys, but it's an easy way to get her done. It's really hot right now, and it's imperative that you have this frame quite warm, okay? You need this warm to do this, so this wax is nice and soft. Steve, you're losing all that wax. Look at it. You're wasting it. It's going to have a hard time for the bees to build that back up. Not. That's why I raise groomer bees, guys. That's why you want them groomer bees. They're hard workers. Okay, that's that. Dat, guys, right there.